Here are 3 anchors, 3 truths that helped me in each and every moment where I felt disconnected from my reality and wanted to escape from it or felt like I was disconnected from it. The truth number 1 is you are always in the right place at the right time. There is no rush, you are not wrong, where you are is not wrong, it's not bad, it simply is. If you can get yourself in a place where you really appreciate where you are, or at least acknowledge that where you are is perfect right now, because you cannot change it, you cannot modify it, you cannot go back to the past or move forward to the future. You are here, it is what it is, and you can either make it a good place for you to start building something constructive from it by appreciating the present moment, appreciating where you are, working on finding the bright side of it, or at least a neutral point of it. This is a huge shift. You can really transform the present moment by just acknowledging and anchoring yourself in the present moment and reminding yourself, right here and right now, I am in the right place at the right time. There is no rush. I am not late, I am not early, I am exactly where I am supposed to be. Whether I know the reason why or not, there is something bigger happening and I am in the right place right here and now. So I'm gonna do the best from here with what I have and what I am able to do right here and now, because I do have the tools to face this moment to the best of my abilities. This is the anchor and the truth number 1 that can help you really to anchor yourself in the present. And instead of going in the worries and the anxieties and fears, just acknowledge, take a moment and remind yourself, I am here now. What can I do about it? Do I have the ability to change it, to move to another place, to be in another place that I'd rather be in? The answer is no. So what can I do about it? What can I do from here and now? What action may I take right here and now? What mindset or thoughts or perception can I have from now? What can I create with this moment? If, for example, I am in a job that I hate, and it's my case, I can share with you my example. Right now in my life, it's not where I prefer to be. I prefer to be somewhere else, but right here and now, it is what it is. I am in a job that I do not really prefer. I don't like the conditions, I don't like the salaries, I don't like how they treat me, but right here and now, this is what life brought to me and gifted me. And I can either be living in the blaming, in the hating the situation and the regrets and the anger because I am not where I am supposed to be, or I can also choose to shift all of this, stay in the here and now, and when I am in the present moment where I am doing the job, instead of thinking about how can I escape it, I can't wait to end it. It could be a way of handling your present moment and also anticipating and assuming how the future will be on that close present moment. I can also choose a different mindset, a different approach by acknowledging that here and now, this is what I have. I can choose to focus on the fact that, first of all, I can do too much to change it. I can do too much to change from where I am. I have a commitment. I accepted these conditions even if I do not prefer them. This is helpful for me right now. I can focus on the gratitude because right here and now I have something that supports me, allows me to pay my rent and my bills, and acknowledge that in this moment right here and now I can do the most of it. It doesn't have to be something exciting and magic and miraculous. It can be just the fact that I am here, to be present, to take a deep breath, and from now on here ask myself, what can I do to make this moment unique and interesting and of value for me? How can I bring from it the most valuable takeaways? How can I share on this moment who I am and give the best of me? I can, for example, in my case, choose to be present with my customers, choose to be present with the processes I need to have, choose to be stimulated by every client that calls me for support, and really give my best to find the best solution for them. To be positive, to communicate to them that they are in the right place, that they are handled it well, that I got this and I can help them. And this already can anchor me in the present moment and allow me to really enjoy the moment and enjoy what I am doing, because I feel like I am here for a better and bigger reason than myself. I do have a purpose for this moment right now. I am of value for someone else, and I'm here to learn something, by the way. I'm learning something new about myself, my self-awareness. I'm becoming more aware of where I am, what I am feeling, and how I choose to shift in this right present moment. A lot of magic can happen if we only allow it to, if we only give ourselves the opportunity to see things for what they are, and from there choose how we are going to respond to them. Which is going to bring us now to the second truth: change the way you look at things, and the thing you look at will change. This is from Wayne Dyer. It has been really magic for me, because when I realized that it's more about how I perceive things than it is about how I react to things or accept them, it has been really for me a wake-up call. Because we cannot change what is happening around us, we cannot change where we are right now, but we can choose how to see it from now on. It's about being aware of our perception and the power of perception we have, and choosing to consider things from a different point of view. Let's consider the example of seeing my job where I do not really appreciate where I am and I prefer being somewhere else. If I start changing the way I am seeing myself in this job, this might and will really help me see my job and interact with my colleagues and customers, and by consequence, I am sure that also my colleagues and the work and the environment where I am will change the reflection. Because everything is about reflections. What you are is what you attract. In life, you do not see life as it is, you see life as you are. So how are you going to choose to see yourself? Who are you going to choose to be on every present moment you have? If I change my perspective about the work I am doing right now in my life and the season of my life where I am right now, the thing I am interacting with will have a completely different approach. We will have a completely different relationship. If today I see my job as a place where I can challenge myself, where I can discover new perspectives and facets of myself and my identity and my personality, this will allow me to go to job with curiosity, with enthusiasm, because I know that every day when I get to work, I commit to give the best of me and receive the best of what I'm going to receive. And I see my job as a source of income. It's allowing me to pay my rent, and it's supporting me in so many areas. So instead of seeing it as a burden, as something to avoid and to escape, I can shift from here we are. This is what life gifted me today, and I'm going to do the most of it. I'm going to stay present. I'm not going to choose to worry about what is going to happen next, if the contract is going to end, or if the customers are going to be mean to me or be frustrated. I'm going to shift the way I see the thing, and I'm going to say, right here and now, I do have a job. Even if I don't prefer it, but I do have it. I do have something to sustain me. How am I going to interact with it? I don't prefer to be in a position where I wake up in the morning with a burden and a knot in my chest because I don't like where I'm going and I don't like what I'm doing and I would love to change it. This is frustrating. This is upsetting. It can put you in a situation where you feel like you are inappropriate. You are more than or less than. And it's not a healthy self-relationship to have with ourselves and to interact with life. I don't think it's beautiful and productive or relevant to wake up in the morning worrying about the day and anticipating the worst and thinking about how things should be instead of how things are right here and now. So the anchor with the truth that change the way you see things and the thing you are seeing will change is powerful, because it reminds us that we have to power. We can choose how to relate to them, we can choose how to interact with them, and how to move on from that moment. Because let's admit it, nothing is gonna last forever. But you are here now. You are doing this thing, you are here, it is what it is. Now what? What are you gonna do about it? Because it's not in the hand of the situation, it's not in the hand of your colleagues or your partner or your family members, it's in your hand to choose how you are going to see things from now on. And this is something you have the power to choose. You can choose to either see the dark side or the light. It's up to you. You can choose to stay here and now and simply just let things be. You don't always have to give it an opinion. You don't have to always give a judgment about it and to feel something about it. You can simply let it be, allow it to be, and just take it the way it is and navigate the wave. This can be really magical, and at least this is what works for me. This is what will lead us now to a third very important truth: circumstances don't matter. Your state of being does. If we get to a moment where we really acknowledge that our circumstances aren't a fact that comes to you and it's like that. For example, this circumstance is awful, I hate my job, and seeing the world as hostile, really bad with me, life is unfair, people are unfair. This is only a way to see things. This is just a point of view that you are deciding to have unconsciously. I'm not saying that you are doing it in purpose. I have been there too. I have been victim of my circumstances for very long, and it's because we have been taught to believe that our circumstances are what defines us, what defines our emotions and feelings, and we were in a reactive mode all the time because we didn't know that we do have the power to choose how to respond to our circumstances, what meaning to give them. We are conditioned to believe that life needs to change for us to feel better. Something needs to happen for us to feel good. We need the money to feel better. We need the house to feel more secure and safe. We need the loving partner to feel more confident and more complete and full. It has always been about the condition outside of us that will bring us something. When in reality, if you consider it and sit with it for a moment and reflect about it, you will see that honestly, it's not about what is going to happen. It's not about the condition. It's about how we choose to experience it. What meaning do you want to give to everything that is happening to you? Are you going to stay in the position where you let conditions, circumstances, other people, other things define when you can be happy, when you can be complete, when you can be free? Or are you going to choose to be free, happy, optimistic no matter what happens around you? Are you going to let the bad job you are in condition all your day, maybe your month and years and your reality? Or are you going to choose to either change the job if you don't like it, and if you cannot change it, just accept it and try to learn how to see the good side of it? Because I agree with you, I do know, I am aware that we are not able to always change the realities because we do not prefer them. It doesn't work this way, unfortunately. We might not be able to change where we are right now. We might not be able to bring all the money for us to have this financial freedom. We might not be able right now to have the big house of our own where we can live and stop worrying about the rent and about the money. We might not be able to right now bring the best partner and lover in our life, to create the perfect relationship. We might not be able right now to change all our family members, to transform them into those beautiful people who are around us, loving us and caring about us. We may not be able right now to convince all the human beings around us to have a positive opinion about us and to validate our emotions, feelings, and our being. We might not have this power, but we do have the power to choose if from this moment moving on, are we gonna let the conditions determine how we feel, how we act, what we believe? Or are we gonna choose from now to see things in a new perspective? To start defining for ourselves the meaning that everything around us and every person is gonna have in our life. We are gonna start deciding what is relevant for our reality or not, what we prefer or not, what we can change or not. And for sure, I can tell you from my own perspective, and I do have a lot of struggles in my life and challenges, I can tell you that the moment I realized those three truths, everything shifted. Because now I understand what does it mean when they tell you that you do have the power to choose how you feel, what you believe, and what actions are you gonna take from now on. We do have this power. We have been choosing all the time from our past, but we have been choosing without self-awareness, without consciousness, without understanding. We have been just letting things choose for us. We chose not to choose. But from the moment you become aware of this information, you can start training yourself to become self-aware and start choosing for yourself. What am I gonna choose from now on? How am I gonna choose to react? Even better, how am I gonna choose to respond from now on to whatever happens to me? How am I gonna choose to relate to my reality? If I can change anything in my life, if I can change the job, if I can change the partner, if I can change the country, then by all means, go and do it. If you cannot change them, work on yourself, because this is the only thing that you can really change, and it has such a powerful impact on everything around you. It really allows you to move in life in a completely different way, more confident. Because you start to understand that safety is within. Confidence is within. Trust is within. You trust yourself. You trust that you are going to respond to life differently. You trust that you are going to move on from anything that do not serve you. You trust that you are going to choose what is aligned with your true self. This is what is going to really anchor you in the present and give you this self-awareness and acknowledgement that you do have the power. This is how you become the creator of your own reality. It's not something complicated. It's not about incantations. It's not about affirmations and magic voodoo that you need to learn and apply in your life. It's more about finding ways to anchor yourself in the right now and be self-aware. Be listening to yourself, be listening to your body, your emotions and your thoughts. Be questioning your opinions about things, the realities that you think that are absolute truth, and start really to question them in a very constructive and healthy way. Start to filter what works and do not work for you, and replace what isn't working for you with something that works for you, that resonates with your true self. And to do so, first thing, very important, is really to open yourself to know more about yourself and who you are. Don't try to figure out everything outside of you. Instead, turn this focus to the within. This is very important because we project who we are. We receive in life who we are. And we can choose who we are. We can choose when we start to understand that our name is not our identity. Our job neither, our degrees neither, how people see us and their external validation, our salary, the amount of money we have in our bank account and the clothes we wear, all of this do not define you. They are actions that you do in your life, they are behaviors, they are things that you do, but they are not you. You are really bigger than all of that, and you can choose in every moment who you want to be. Because whatever happens and comes after the I am is what you create for yourself as a reality. So when you are in moments where you are feeling like you are disconnected from your reality, when you feel like you are not in the right place at the right time, that things shouldn't be this way at this point of your life, or maybe you think it's too late or too early for me, I'm not ready yet. Stop all of this negative self-talk and limiting beliefs that aren't even yours, because they are not based on a truth or a fact. They are based on ideas and opinions that we integrated in ourselves unconsciously. Stop them, and instead of that, remind yourself the first truth that you are where you are meant to be. You are always in the right place at the right time. This is the key. Remember that. Remember also that you can change the way you see the thing. And when you change the way you see the thing, believe me, the thing will change. You will relate with it in a very different way, and it's up to you to choose it. You can choose to see this world as a benevolent world and people as benevolent, or choose to see it as hostile and stay in the fear, in the stress and in anxiety, doubting everything and everyone. It's up to you. Nobody in this world is ever gonna come here and save you or put any information in you that you do not believe in. It has been this way in the past. You might now have a lot of beliefs that aren't even yours. They are conditioned in your life. But the moment you understand that you are in charge and you take this responsibility with love and with happiness, this is gonna be a game changer. Circumstances don't matter. Your state of being does. What a powerful statement. What a powerful anchor for you when you are feeling lost. To remember that wherever you are deciding to be lost, you can choose a different interpretation. You can choose a different perception and choose new definitions. You can give new meanings to yourself and your life. You don't have to be in control of everything. You don't have to be fighting yourself and the life and the circumstances. You don't have to be in a war, trying to chase something that you don't have, instead of appreciating who you are right now and what you have and where you are. It doesn't make any sense to be chasing something you don't have in the here and now and not really savoring what you have. Not really staying here to take what life is giving you right now. To try to really focus. What is the benefit? What is the positive thing? What is the outcome? What is the takeaway of this moment? How can I do it better right here and now? And don't be harsh on yourself, because we are doing our best right here and now with what we have and from where we are. We are not supposed to be doing more. We are doing really our best. This is what we should be focusing on. How can I do the best? How can I do my best now? How can I serve myself and the world in a good way right now from where I am? Because this is what I know right here and now. How can I make the most of it? How can I make the most of the gift, the unconditional gift that life is giving us, which is our present moment? This present moment is only here for now. It's not gonna come back another time. And where you are right now is really of value, because it's preparing you for something else. Remember, you just need to stop for a moment and think about all the things that happened to you in your life in the past. And how did they build the person you are now, the resilience that you have, the awareness that you developed it, the experience that helped you today to go through a lot of challenges in a more confident way. We all have those moments where we really learned something and it was hard at the beginning. We remember how hard it was, how challenging it was. And yet from that moment we learned a lot. We developed a strong skill. And the future things that were similar to that have been handled amazingly, with grace, and we feel so proud of ourselves because we handled it in an amazing way. That experience has been of huge help to me because it allowed me today to do this thing in a very smart way. That experience that I had, for example, in a toxic relationship with a narcissistic, today helped me to navigate better our relationships, to identify all the red flags of a narcissistic potential partner, and be able today to have the strength and the confidence to say no more. Right here and now, I'm in a job that I hate, I do not prefer. It's gonna push me to stay with myself for a while and just dress a list of all my skills, what I do not prefer, and from knowing what I do not prefer, start dressing the list of what I do prefer. What are the things that I'm not gonna tolerate anymore in my life? What are the things that I'm gonna love and prefer from now on? What are my new conditions with myself? What are gonna be my new alignments, my values? Because I might be in this job because I wasn't self-aware of. I didn't know that life can be richer than what I think. I didn't know that there were much more opportunities than what I believed might be. I limited myself and I put myself in this condition unconsciously. Up until now. But today, thanks to these experiences, thanks to the emotional struggle I had, and thanks to my emotional awareness, I am able to read the signs behind my feelings and emotions and redefine everything in a constructive, relevant way. Instead of being the victim of my life, I choose to become the creator of my life. I choose to own my responsibility and my unique perception of life. Choose wisely, because we do have the power. Stop letting people make you believe that circumstances matter and that you have no role in it and you just have to take it as it is and be the victim and stay in your ignorance. stay in your lack of awareness and just move on. This is how life is supposed to be. No, life is much brighter than that. We all are here with a purpose. And you know what is our most important and precious purpose? To become more of who we are. This is our final and ultimate purpose in life. It's not to be the entrepreneur, rich, successful, the influencer, well-known in the world. No, those are all steps in our journey. Those are processes that are helping us to grow and become more of who we are. To become more in alignment with ourselves. To express ourselves in our authentic way. Not to be worried about how people might see us, how we are going to be judged by others, if we are doing the right thing or the wrong thing, if we are being perfect, if it's okay, everybody is validating us. There is a moment in life where there is a big shift that happened to us. This shift cannot happen while we are in the present moment, worrying and chasing what we do not have and trying to figure out all the things all together because we do not love where we are. It's not in escaping in the memories. It's not in the what ifs. It's not in the worry. All of this happens when we are in the here and now, seeing things the way they are. And from there, understanding how am I looking to things? Who am I? Why am I manifesting this reality for me? Do I prefer this reality or do I prefer being in a different reality? And how do I prefer this reality? Am I being, acting, thinking and believing that reality that I prefer? If not, how can I be more of it? How can I embody it? These are the things that we really should focus our energy on. Not trying to escape where we are, not trying to hate where we are, not trying to move on our day in a very heavy way, not happy, not grateful for what we do have right here and now. We take for granted everything that we have. We forget that everything we have now can just go away in a minute. We do forget it instead of staying with it and appreciating it. The heart of the message is simply that letting go and letting be doesn't mean that we do not care. It just means that we are choosing to care for ourselves, to really be self-aware during this process, to stop being in war and fighting our life and our existence, and start walking with our life. Start walking and working with it for the highest benefit and good for us and the world. Just keep in your mind that you are not behind, you are not lost, there is nothing wrong with you, you are right on time. Always. Even if you doubt it, remember that you are right on time. And instead of seeing this moment like something working against you, focus on how life is working for you, how things are working and happening for you, not to you. Because it's up to you to see it as an enemy or as a friend. It's up to you to think that all the things that are happening for me are here to destroy me, or to see them as here to teach me something and to prepare me for the better version of me. This is up to us. It's our choice and our responsibility. It's important to always remind ourselves that we are in the right place at the right time. Everything is unfolding perfectly and as it is supposed to be. We are not in control of that because we do not have the full picture. We also know what is happening right here and now, and we can choose how to respond to it. Change the way you look at things, and the thing you look at will change. It's about our perception. It's about how we are seeing things and how we are defining them. And it's up to us. Nobody else can do it for us, thankfully, because we do have the power to choose the meaning we give to life, the meaning we give to our circumstances and situations. And circumstances do not matter. Our state of being does. So choose wisely what state of being are you gonna choose in every given circumstance. Be self-aware, acknowledge, and let go and let be. Which one of those truths is the one resonating the most with you today? I would love to hear from you. What are you gonna let go today? What is a moment or a thing in your life that from today you choose to give a new perception to? Where are you gonna in your life today choose to acknowledge that you are in the right place at the right time? And also try to think about moments of the past that brought you here and that really served you and you are grateful for, because without experiencing them, you wouldn't be the person you are today. And always keep in mind that you are really perfect the way you are. Just reconsider your standards and remember that it's not about being perfect, it's about being present. Exist. Love yourself the way you are. Find ways to really explore yourself every day. Challenge yourself to be more authentic, to speak your voice, to be yourself, to show up the way you are, and spread your message and own yourself. Own yourself in all your facets, whatever it is, in your flaws and in your best moments. Acknowledge it and love it and embrace it. I wish you a very pleasant day. I send you all my love and thank you very much for watching. Thank you for your time and thank you for loving yourself unconditionally.